Bonjour à tous and welcome to Learn French with Vincent, and this is Unité 10, leçon H. And in this lesson we'll see together le participe présent, okay? And so, well, this video will be divided in two parts. The first one, when do we use it? So, l'emploi, okay? And the second part, how do we make it? So, la formation, all right? So, we'll first start with the l'emploi. So, how do we, or when do we use this participe présent? One of the first and most common way to use le participe présent is to construct what we call le gérondif. And then le gérondif, normally you will write it or you will construct it with la préposition en, like that, and you will put your participe présent form, so the form that we'll discover in this video, okay? And the idea of this gérondif is just to express two actions, so des actions simultanées, so two things are taking place at the same time, okay? So you've got this gérondif form that you can use to express this thing. For instance, il marche en écoutant de la musique. Okay, so it's in red, this écoutant, just to show you that this is what we call le participe présent here. So first you get this en and then écoutant. So il marche, marcher is to walk, so he's walking. En écoutant, okay, and remember, so if we use this gérondif form, as I said, we want to express the fact that two things are happening at the same time. Écouter is to listen, okay, so il marche, he's walking, and he's listening to some music, so il écoute de la musique. And in that case, well, you use en écoutant, and then you want to express the fact that it's happening at the same time. Il marche en écoutant de la musique. Alright, so that's the first use of this gérondif form. The second use is, of course, to use or to express two actions, donc des actions simultanées, but then in that case it's possible to write or to construct that without this preposition en, but keep in mind that it's in most of the cases you will use these structures when you write, principalement à l'écrit, okay? Normally, if you want to use it orally, you will use this gérondif form, so the form that we saw previously, okay? But then it's possible to use it like that, so think about that, and it's mostly if you want to write it. So, regardant le frigo, okay, regarder is to watch or to look, frigo, the fridge. Elle se dit qu'elle doit aller acheter à manger. Okay, so she tells herself, if you want, that she must go and buy some food. Donc, regardant le frigo, elle se dit qu'elle doit aller acheter à manger. Okay, so in that case, when you put this participe présent here, well, clearly it's because you want to say that this first thing here and the second thing here, well, they are happening at the same time. Okay, but keep in mind that this structure is when you write. If you want to use it orally, then in that case you should use this préposition en first and then use this form that we call gérondif that we saw a few minutes before. Okay. And then the last use of this participe présent is if you want pour remplacer une subordonnée relative. Okay, so we saw previously les pronoms relatifs. Okay, so if you don't know what une subordonnée relative is, I definitely advise you to try to find les pronoms relatifs, and it will be more clear. And so we can, you know, take this example like with qui. Les personnes qui parlent, all right, so in that case, les personnes qui parlent, so the persons who are talking, speaking, okay, so in the first one, well, you've got this pronom relatif, qui, and then you've got the verb, okay, but it's possible to replace this qui parle with le participe présent, so you will get les personnes parlant. Alright, so it's the last use that we've got of this participe présent, and it's quite common. It's not really rare. I mean, we tend to use it quite normally, well, when you write or when you talk, okay? So it's quite useful to know how to, well, make it and then when to use it, okay? And so that's what we'll discover in the second part. So how do we make this participe présent form? It is quite easy, especially at this level now, because you will have to, well, first know the new form of the verb at the present time, so at the present tense, sorry. Nous parlons, okay? And then if you remember, this ONS ending is usually the ending for nous, so first you need to spot it, then you will take it away, so we keep this P-A-R-L part, and at the end we will add A-N-T. Alright, so we get here this participe présent form. Okay, so remember, nous form at the present tense, and then you spot the ending ONS, you take it away, you get parle like that, and then you just add this ANT at the end, and you will get this participe présent. Okay, so I took, just to start, this parler. Parler is to speak or to talk, and it's the first group, so it's actually quite easy to make. Let's see now. Second group, finir, to finish or to end, and so we get nous finissons, remember, the new form of the present tense, nous finissons, and it's exactly the same rule, so you spot or you try to find the ending here, it's ONS, okay? We'll do exactly the same thing, so we'll take it away, and we get finisse, like that, F-E-N-E-S-S, all right? And we just follow the same rule, so we just add at the end A-N-T, like that here, and we get finissant, okay? And this form is the participe présent. Okay, let's see now a verb from the third group. So normally third group, you know, just we've got the irregular verbs, so of course it's quite interesting to have a look at them. And then I just took the verb prendre. Prendre is to take, and then we get the form nous prenons. Okay, nous prenons, exactly the same thing, so we spot this ONS, so the ending, we take it away and we get P-R-E-N, and after that we just add this A-N-T ending and we get prenons. Alright, so it's actually quite easy to make, especially if you master quite well the present tense. Normally at this level you should. Okay, so let's see. Nous parlons, so you get parle, and participe présent, parlant. Nous finissons, finissent, and then you will get finissant. Then nous prenons, prennent, prenant. All right, but then of course, you know now French language, and we've got exceptions. But the good thing is that we've got only 3 exceptions. The first one is être, and it will give you étant. So étant will be the participe présent form of être. Être is to be. And then avoir, of course, to have, and you will get ayant. Okay, ayant will be the participe présent form of avoir. And the last one will be savoir. Savoir is to know, and we will get sachant. Okay, sachant. So étant for être, ayant for avoir, and then sachant for savoir. Okay, and well, this is it for le participe présent. If you want more videos, then youtube.com/imagier, and the website is here, imagier.net. Have a great day. Bye bye.